a spirit doesn't have any authority on earth without operating through a body. A spirit must have a body to operate for everything to come into place. So if you're praying and you're praying to God to do something, God has to use a body to do something to make it happen. So think about this. If you have a situation where you say, God, I'm believing in you to do this, this, and this, and then God, I need you to do this and this and this. God has to set the situation up, like I say in the word in Luke 6:38, shall men give to your bosom. He has to set the situation up for someone physically on earth to come help you. Someone physically on earth to do the work. Or the other thing that we hate, it ends up being us doing it. And he set up a situation where something happens that we fix what we're praying about. So like, God, I need X, Y, Z amount of money because I got some things that I want to do that I know will bless you. Not because it's something I want, but it's a need. And there's a difference. So God puts people in place and puts situations in order. And then all of a sudden, the seed starts coming your way. Now you get the seed and you can sow it. It's not that when you prayed, God just dropped money down out the sky. He set up a situation, a circumstance, or a relationship for everything to happen. So when he set that up, he's actually saying, I can't do it, but I control the minds of man. So I can speak to somebody and set things up to make it come your way for it to happen. So when you say, okay, well, that person just get rich and famous, they won the lottery and they just got this money, they just lucky. No, they're not lucky, because the situation got set up for this to happen. Then they had to move. This person had to do something to make it happen. And I know you're like, why are you using lottery? I mean, we know you're not supposed to gamble. I'm talking about things happen in life and you cannot always think it's luck. You can't think it's coincidence. Things get set up for a certain reason. I don't think it's coincidence that I didn't want to go to work, so I went to college. I went to college and learned how to work on computers. Didn't know what I was going to do in college, and come to find out computers was my gift. Now I end up building a computer for a lady because I met her, was armor bearer, didn't even know she was a preacher, and I built her computer. When I built her computer, in return, now things start happening in my life and I want to get saved. And after I get saved, I know I need to join the local assembly or church. Only person I know, because I was born and raised Catholic, I don't want to go back to Catholicism. I go to her church because I knew I built her computer and I know she's the one that introduced me to Christ. If I didn't know how to work on the computer, if I didn't go to college, if I didn't do that, I would have never got saved. I would have never met her. I would have never had a wife. All that stuff is not coincidence. It's not like all of a sudden it just so happened I went to college and then it so happened that I happened to know how to build a computer for a person that's happened to be a preacher, that's going to teach me the as we call the Roman road of salvation and tell me about it. And then of course I go give my life to Christ, and then I come back to her church as in feeling indebted to her because she's the one that gave me the opportunity to explain Christ to me. All that can't be coincidence. All that stuff had to line up. God had to set all that up for me to get to this position I'm supposed to be in. So now that I'm doing everything virtual and I'm not in a per se building, but I'm reaching more people than I ever reached in my life ministering, I'm doing this all through the same technology that I went to school for. So it can't be that all this stuff is just coincidence and it's lucky. And I'm just thinking about it, and all of a sudden, okay, well, I'm gonna start learning how to use computers. I had no inclination about wanting to work on computers. Never knew it was my gift.